Imagine me with ball, but still be real and fame. Dance with my dogs in the nighttime. In the kitchen, wrist twisted like it's stir fry. Whip it in the kitchen, wrist twisted like it's stir fry. Whip it in the kitchen, wrist twisted like it's stir fry. Whip it in the kitchen, wrist twisted like it's stir fry. Hold them bands down, hey, hold your mans down. Hey, who told you come around? Who did that trap sound? Designer, clothes, fashion, shows, trap, house, made it, gold. Control the bag now, no need to brag now. Hey, put the mask down, we living fast now. Finest, with rose, we can go.
Welcome back to another episode here. Guys, it's a wonderful day. And by that I mean it's a day where you woke up and decided to watch some Dragon Quest. So of course it's a wonderful day. I hope we're all having a good whatever day I upload this on. Remember to like the video and give a little subscribe. You know what I'm saying. You like them numbers. I like them numbers. Let's see them rise. And today we are starting the end here of version 2.0. We're going to unlock someone's memories here, teach them what it truly means to be a hero, and we're going to uncover some mysteries of the past. These three butterflies that we've collected throughout our journey in Lindergia so far are going to lead us through the memories of our companion here, Mishua, who we love. So basically what we're gonna do this entire episode is just travel around the castle and watch some cutscenes. I'll be honest, guys, I would give a spoiler review here right now, like a spoiler recap, but I honestly forget exactly what happens in these flashbacks, to be honest. And it is all in Japanese. I am not a native Japanese speaker. I do read a little bit of Japanese now because I'm learning, but we may have a hard time recalling here. I could review the cutscenes. But I kind of wanted to just have this raw and real episode where I just kind of come here, discuss what's going on in Dragon Quest life and whatnot. And I do have a topic prepared for our podcast section once we get to it. Go ahead and talk about like masculinity, and what it means to be a masculine guy, or relate that to what it means to be a hero here, because in the story, this guy who is reading the book to child Mishua, and let's see it here. He's the hero. Is essentially the story here. He's the birthright hero that everybody is aspiring to be. He's the guy, right? But as the story progresses on, we learn that Mishua, when she gets her memories back, actually has the birthright to that, and they've just sort of been treating him as if he is destined for greatness, when in reality, sometimes it's just not you. And you got to come to terms with that. And he eventually did, but we'll see where this crazy tale goes in the rest of the versions. We got a couple more versions to go with this little story here. I believe this is where it gets a little dramatic because we're going to the balcony here. So I hope you guys are ready to see a little bit of action, lights, camera, action. But yeah, like I said, guys, I really don't remember too much of the story here. It'll come to me as we start progressing through this footage, because this is like my third, fourth time going through this stuff here. But gonna be honest, I didn't take like huge extensive notes on the story here. Also, a big reason why I'm replaying this so many times, because I feel like the story has good nuggets in it. It's kind of hard to pick apart sometimes. You really gotta dig deep for the Dragon Quest lore. The surface level stuff is very, well, it's just that. It's surface level stuff. So Yeah, we'll unpack this. Maybe I'll do a couple episodes analyzing the story here, because I really do want to get a good grasp of what they were going with here. I think they have a lot of good morals and meanings behind it. We can learn some things from these goofy little Toriyama characters, I believe. But nevertheless, let me get into our topics of the day. I'll probably go on for a good 10, 15 minutes on masculinity here. We'll see how long I last. I do have about 3 hours of footage left for 2.0 over here. So we'll see how many episodes I split this last part into. I'm probably gonna just leave 2.0 at 25 here and just split up the episodes of this part because I did record this all in one segment, one big ass 2 hour segment here just for the end. I don't think I'll be able to talk that long though. I don't have faith in my yap ability, but whatever. So a few components. Masculinity, some people say they may be toxic, some people say they, may may bring more faults than additions to life. But we're going to talk about a little bit of sacrifice and strength, a little bit of loneliness and friendship, the silence of emotions. I wish this cutscene didn't glitch so much. It's so laggy. He has really good animations, I promise, guys. Maybe I'll do a stream of this or something. Because this footage really fucked up. I really want this cutscene to be good. Um, and lastly, we're gonna talk about a little path to healthy masculinity. So I feel like a lot of people don't talk about that a lot. They talk about the toxic, the nasty, whatever. But there's a healthy version that we can all delve into. You can't really see it here, but uh, brother, his name is Tova. He protected her from the fire. Uh, what a guy! What a healthy masculine guy there. What a caring figure. So we're here. We're ready to face the truth. To my guys out there, if you've ever felt a little invisible weight, if you've questioned what path you're on, this is for you. This is for you. Remember, we don't have to be strong all the time, and often this has been instilled on us since birth. If we've ever had a masculine figure, you usually don't see them show weakness or vulnerability, but we have to give up some of these unspoken expectations in the world because it's such a different world from when I grew up, honestly, and it's changing faster and faster by day. So a lot of the unspoken rules that guys just abide by, we really don't need to take stock in this anymore. You have to do your own thing and carve your own way. That's what people are really looking for, attracted to. That's what magnetizes what you really want into your life. You gotta walk your own path. Because you see, masculinity, or being a hero, heroism, you know, males are the leaders, the objective takers, the goal makers, the quote unquote heroes, although I don't like to call people in real life heroes because um, let's just say we all have flaws, right? But masculinity is not taught. It's more of like an imposed nature, like an invisible destiny, kind of like the heroism, conditioned that whatever we do, whatever we feel is tied to our results, what we offer to the world and whatnot. Because we are providers. Men are the main providers because we just have the ability to do more. the mental capacity and security and structure to do more. Um, but then what happens when it's more of a burden than, a springboard? What happens when it's more of like an anchor, like, oh man, why do I have this destiny, turns into a prison, and then you get all these visions of people romanticizing the tragic lone hero, the warrior who just endures everything in silence. And then eventually, there's a breaking point for everyone. And that's why there's such a high rate of male game overs in life, because honestly, no one's asking if anyone's okay. No one's worrying about the sacrifices or the happiness of those who sacrificed for the happiness of others. We're just constantly looking for these unshakable pillars. It's just unexpected that someone's gonna show up and provide a safety net, if you will. It's always happened. It's how civilizations were built, empires were raised, but we're seeing a new age here, guys. And like I'm saying, things are changing fast because we're getting too efficient, too uh, able-bodied to do the things that we need to do without the need of constant masculine labor. And when you have this giant generation of men who have learned to measure their worth by the pain, but at the same time, you got a lot of people that say your pain is worthless and we don't need it. We're going to be fine without whatever pain you go through. Then you got a lot of people who are suffering and feel like they're suffering for no reason. Guys usually sacrifice for their families, and then the sons give up on their dreams, follow a path they never chose. We're fulfilling lives and roles that we never wanted, and then now that we fulfilled the role that we never wanted to fill, people are saying, well, we don't need this anymore. We're good. We're good. Thanks for nothing, I guess. Your work was meaningless. And it just don't feel good. It just don't feel good. So it's a new world, which requires new solutions, right? I'm here to tell you, if no one else has told you, that your life does have worth. But for you to see that, you have to change your perspective. We are not built and quantified by our pain. You are you, and because you are you, personality, age, looks, all that combined make you valuable, just like a girl. Because if you think about it, guys, a lot of the things we value women for, they're given at birth. So, you gotta start looking at guys the same way. We are just as valuable at birth. It doesn't matter how much pain we go through. It doesn't matter how much of the world we carry, how much money we have. Your strength comes from your authentic. If I can speak words, your authenticity is where your strength comes from. hmm Going back to the footage here, the strength of this dancer comes from their authentic showing of self. Of course they are pretty lady, but it's the same thing. They had to work for that, of course, but I imagine it's something they wanted to do. It's not something we're forced to do. And that's the crazy thing about work, guys. The problem is that the world doesn't stop to ask if men are okay. You know, no one asks for the provider if they need anything. But there's a fine line between resilience and self-destruction. And I think that fine line is built on the nature of the resilience. Like what are we resisting? What are we resisting? And if you take that away and you enjoy the work moment to moment, well, then no one has to ask you if you're okay, you know? Because what you're doing naturally isn't suffering, or at least it's chosen suffering, so it doesn't feel like suffering. Because, life is good and stressful. You're not going to get away from it. You're just going to learn how to manage it. And a lot of times we're not taught these stress management tools, No one teaches us how to go through life and get rid of things like anger and pain in healthy ways. No one really teaches us that. And I don't think it's like some horrible, detrimental, evil system that we're fighting against here. I don't think that's the case. But I do think Western society sets a lot of guys up for failure just naturally, you know? I'm not going to say there's some kind of agenda against guys, but in every era of history, there's always a power flow, an ebb and flow between male and female. And right now it's just ebb towards women, and that's not a bad thing. Girls got to be up sometimes, but because of that, guys, we can't expect the world to cater to us and you know, look for validation in that way. We got to change some methods. We got to change some inputs to get the outputs that we want. So I suppose as I end this little topic here, the morals here are essentially to work smarter, not harder. If you're not loving the work you do and you don't feel like it's something you could sustain basically every day, you're working for yourself in that way, then I would say keep looking. Keep looking, keep searching. There's a lot out there, and a lot of people are fearful to find something that truly brings them light and lets them shed their light to help others, because there's a lot of power in that. There's a lot of responsibility in that. Because once you find something that intrinsically works for you, then you have no excuse. There's nowhere to go but up. You just have to do the work. And a life without excuses. A life without excuses. That's it's a powerful confidence that a lot of guys won't even get a chance to feel. Just because it's so easy nowadays. It's so accessible. But in the future, in my future, and hopefully in your future, we don't have time nor room for those kinds of thoughts. It's all us, man. It's all us. So, guys, hang in there. Hang in there. Your time is coming. For sure. I'm gonna go ahead and stop this one here. We've gone for about 20 minutes. And in the next episode, we'll meet Shady Guy outside. Fight a boss. Get a little stone thing on here. Gotta get our Stony Maloney on. you know. Remember to like and subscribe, guys. We are almost done with 2.0. I'm gonna beat Madrigora's ass. It's gonna be great. And have a good day. I'll talk to you later.